her introduction to this diet. What was it that I said or did that made her want to come on? We're going to talk about her transition period. We're going to talk about her early experiences. We're trying to keep it for the first 30 days though. We're going to talk about her meal planning, her physical and mental well-being, and any learning adjustments. So without any further ado, here is my boo. Hey everybody,
Hi.
this is Misty J. I am so honored. So I can see one of the first things, what made you reach out to me?
Oh, seeing your results for sure. Knowing you personally and seeing the results of you and Frederick. Frederick's, we'll talk about that, I'm sure, but Frederick's story caught my attention. And then your physical appearance caught my attention. So both of those things piqued my interest. And again, knowing you personally made all the difference in the world for me.
Okay. I mean, what ailments did you have? You saw my physical appearance, but what was it? Because you're speaking also to some people who are just kind of looking and wondering, should they? Is it worth it? Oh, that's all I get to eat is meat. You
Yes.
understand.
I do. I understand completely. Well, I knew I was on board for 30 days. So I had that mentality of I'm at least going to do this for 30 days. I was 217 pounds and just feeling, well, just feeling how you feel at 217 pounds and 5'4", and never been that large, even with my pregnancies in my life. Swelling my ankles. Like I remember telling you, I just want to wear capris and feel cute, but my ankles are just embarrassing to me. Swelling everywhere, like in my limbs. You put a ring on and poof, everything just swelled up. I in 2020 had to have 6 blood transfusions because I don't make iron. My body doesn't make it. And then taking iron supplements, my body does not have a good reaction to that. And it's almost better to deal without the iron than to go through what I would go through taking that supplement. They had to find a special one for me that was really expensive. And eventually they found one that my insurance would take, would not cost me $400 a month. And then I could take this iron supplement. You need iron, everyone. And I wasn't making any. And especially as a woman going through the cycles that you go through, naturally, blood is a vital component. And my blood was not great. And again, 6 blood transfusions to be able to trick my body to make iron. So fast forward to beginning this 30 days. I was 217 pounds, had chronic swelling, in my opinion. Um, I was an iron deficit and was dependent upon supplements to keep that where it needed to be. I could, however, absorb the iron finally and not get super sick, but I had to take it, I had to space it out. I had to find out how many days before I would get sick. And I had figured that out. So I was surviving, but still. And then, I was addicted to sweets. I could not eat. If I ate something, I had to have a sweet to follow it. And I had never been that way. And so when you and I talked, I know I wanted to do 30 days because I just wanted a ground zero. I wanted to know there was no processed food in my body. I wanted to know there was no sugar in my body. And I literally you have to starve. I'm a pastor, so I'm going to say this the way I want to say it. You have to starve lust. You have to starve it. You cannot just wink at it. And so with this, I had to starve the sugar cravings. I had to go without, and I had some accountability. That's what I got through you, my friend. But also just having someone to report back to. And I don't know if you want me to tell my results or do you want me to wait?
I mean, it's up to you.
I'll let you guide me. But yeah, that is where I began. And that iron was a huge health concern. Allergies, which we're still working on. Not the greatest sleep in the world. And this is what I will tell you. This is a little tidbit I'm going to give everyone into the future of my journey. But I love coconut cream pie, and I did have a slice. And let me tell you, the aches in my body and in my neck. I told G I didn't have any adverse effects. I started waking up and I'm like, why my neck hurt? What's wrong with my pillow? Not my pillow. And got through the next 72 to 96 hours. And guess what? I'm sleeping like a queen again.
I know, I know. My and so coconut cream pie will be your forever story because barbecue sauce is mine. What preparations did you feel that you needed to make? What about family? Talk. How did you handle that?
So my husband was on board 100%. Now he was not going to join me, but he definitely was excited about saying his wife eats only meat. Um, that was a thrill to him, and he was supportive 100%. So that I did have, which you have in Frederick as well, and to another level because Frederick actually did it with you, but David is 100% on board. So that was helpful, and then getting the things out of my house that would cause me to to look at and feel like I said, you got to starve it. So just winking at it in the fridge every day is not going to, it's not, I didn't have the willpower yet. And I knew that. So, took your list and went shopping, got the things that I needed to make sure that they were on hand. So I wanted to be ready day one.
Talk
So
about
yeah,
how you wean yourself with that coffee too.
okay.
I thought
Yes.
that was a genius.
Well, and I thought that was me trying to, I was just trying to take it easy on myself. And I'll be honest about that because I had drank coffee for decades. I mean, just I get up and I have coffee. And so I even try to say as a pastor, it's in the Bible, he brews Jehovah Java. Like I love my coffee. So anyway, and that needed to go. So what I did is I had some real loose leaf green tea. And what I did is I took that green tea and I brewed it and I made a full cup like this. It might have even been this cup. And the green tea was kept in here. No sugar, no honey, no anything. And in the mornings for those first few days, however many days it was, I don't remember, but I would pour a little bit of that in a cup. I would heat it up in the microwave. I would hold that and I would drink that green tea. And then I told myself, when this cup is gone, then that's it, Misty. You're not going to be drinking no tea, no coffee, no anything. And that did help me transition off. And I never had the first headache. And I've never done that with coffee.
I feel, and you when you think about how you used to go on a diet on Monday, honey, Saturday and Sunday, you were like, wait a minute, I need to eat this because I ain't gonna be able to have this. And we start
Uh-huh.
stuffing and stuffing, not realizing that you got to detox from all of that you're putting in your body, and then to
Mhm.
go from there. All right. So, what was some of the early experiences? Now, I can say for you, we'll talk a little bit about fasting because fasting is actually part of your ministry, your life period.
Mhm.
And so, whether it is the food, the coffee, whatever. So, in the beginning, how was your first week? How was it? That's how you wean yourself with the coffee and tea. And so now, and I think our carnivore tea, bone broth, whatever you want to call it, I think that
Yeah,
helped out as well. So, how
absolutely.
did you feel with that? And how were you feeling?
The first week, oh, definitely. There was a little, there's withdrawals of things. You're actually surprised because I thought coffee was, I was like, I got the coffee kicked. This is fine. But you start to realize, especially as your body starts to release some of those toxins as waste, and it was really eye-opening to me. And early on, I could tell like, yeah, there's things I will not introduce back after 30 days. I'm going to be rid of this. I'm not going to go through this again. Um, and when we did get to the broth, making the broth and adding the butter, and I had the bacon grease set aside, and I started to understand that my body needs fat. My body was craving fat. And I didn't talk to you about this, but I even had memories of being a little girl, and they would be making steaks on the grill and different things, and I would want that fat and they would tell me no, but I would sneak and snitch it because it tasted so good to me. And then you're kind of conditioned to think that's so gross. But as I was going through, say, that first week or 10 days, I was brought back to that. I was like, as a child, my body knew. My body knew what it needed, and I began to be very in tune to what my body is saying to me. Your body is a
Mhm.
wonderful creation designed by God to do these things, and we have been conditioned to turn that off and ignore it.